You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. The recent riots that took place in Richmond, Virginia were instigated by white supremacists who were posing as Black Lives Matter protesters. According to Richmond, Virginia police, 6 people associated with right-wing hate groups were arrested. 2 were charged with felony assault on a law enforcement officer and felony possession of a firearm while rioting. 4 others were charged with unlawful assembly. Richmond Police Chief Gerald Smith identified them as Boogaloo Boys, a loose organization of anti-government extremists, and some others associated with Antifa during a news conference on Sunday. Now, the majority of the protesters were white and came from outside of Richmond. Now, we told you yesterday that in Minneapolis, they've identified that a member of white supremacists with the Hells Angels biker group, he was the one seen breaking windows, carrying an umbrella and breaking windows. Scott, what this says is that, again, all these folks on Fox News, they call you, they don't call me. All these Fox News people, Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, all the trashing of protesters, white supremacists, ones who are out there acting a fool. This is why what I said yesterday to those people in Portland, there has to be self-policing. Where you see somebody acting a fool out there, snatch their ass and say, no, we ain't here for that, and literally jack them up, because what that does is it causes people to say, see, look at them. They're the reason why this stuff is happening.
Well, and they were, many of these Boogaloo boys, they weren't accosted, but there were black protesters and white protesters saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he rejected them, but they kept doing it, and eventually they ran off because these protesters reported it to the police, and then, of course, the rest is history because the looting started after that. But it's just incredible. I mean, my colleague calls it anti-intellectualism. I mean, I just don't believe that this is going on in this country, and it hasn't reached a level of complexity where racists and white supremacists are infiltrating peaceful protests to cause violence and to cause these groups to be perceived as violent. I mean, it's a level of complexity that I got to believe that John Lewis and others, while they dealt with the FBI informants and what have you, didn't really deal with these infiltrators, if you will.
They did. Actually, they did. I mean, COINTELPRO was all about infiltrating. I mean, that was what it was about. But again, what they want to do is
violence, report to the FBI.
No. Actually, in fact, many people believe that march that took place in Memphis, shortly before Dr. King was killed, when they were leading in the back of the march, there were some black gang members. They talked to those elders there. They say then that they were put up to that by others to purposely disrupt that particular march. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it. Please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.